Zen is a school of Mahayana Buddhism that originated in China during the Tang dynasty and later spread to Japan, Vietnam, and Korea. At its core, Zen emphasizes the practice of meditation and mindfulness to attain insight into the nature of reality and achieve a state of inner peace and enlightenment. Here are some examples that may help illustrate the concept of Zen. The sound of one hand clapping. This is a famous Zen koan or riddle that is often used to challenge the mind and encourage meditation. Tea ceremony. The Japanese tea ceremony, also known as chado, or the way of tea, is a Zen-inspired practice that involves the preparation and serving of tea in a mindful and deliberate manner. The ceremony emphasizes simplicity, beauty, and harmony with nature, and is seen as a way to cultivate mindfulness and appreciation for the present moment. Zazen. This is a form of seated meditation that is central to Zen practice. It involves sitting in a specific posture and focusing on the breath while maintaining an alert and aware state of mind. Through consistent practice, practitioners can develop greater clarity, concentration, and insight into the nature of reality. By focusing one's attention on the present moment and fully immersing oneself in the activity, one can cultivate a sense of peace, clarity, and connection to the world around them. Zen emphasizes the interconnectedness and interdependence of all things, and encourages practitioners to embrace a more holistic and inclusive perspective. Emptiness. Zen teaches that all things are ultimately empty of inherent existence and that our perception of the world is a projection of our own minds. By understanding the true nature of reality, practitioners can cultivate a sense of detachment and liberation from suffering. Mindfulness. Zen emphasizes the importance of being fully present in the moment and paying attention to one's thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. Direct experience. Zen emphasizes the importance of direct experience over intellectual understanding. Rather than relying on concepts and ideas, practitioners are encouraged to directly experience the present moment and develop their own understanding of reality through their own insights and experiences. Compassion. Zen emphasizes the importance of compassion and empathy for all beings. Practitioners are encouraged to cultivate a sense of interconnectedness and to work towards the benefit of all sentient beings. Who are the early masters of Zen? Zen has a long and rich history, and many masters have contributed to its development over the centuries. Here are some of the most well-known and influential Zen masters. Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma is considered the founder of Zen Buddhism. He is said to have traveled from India to China in the 5th or 6th century CE, where he taught the practice of meditation and the concept of emptiness. Dogen. Dogen was a Japanese Zen master who lived in the 13th century. He is known for his teachings on the practice of zazen and the importance of direct experience. Hakuin Akaku. Hakuin was a Japanese Zen master who lived in the 17th and 18th centuries. He is known for his emphasis on the practice of koans, riddles or paradoxes, as a means of attaining enlightenment. These are just a few of the many early Zen masters who have contributed to the development of Zen over the centuries. Each master has their own unique approach and teachings, but all share a commitment to the practice of meditation and the pursuit of enlightenment. Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma was a legendary Buddhist monk who is credited with bringing Zen Buddhism from India to China. Little is known about his early life or the exact dates of his birth and death, but it is generally believed that he lived in the 5th or 6th century CE. According to legend, Bodhidharma was a prince of the Pallava dynasty in southern India. He became disillusioned with the material world and left his royal status to become a monk. He traveled to China and settled at the Shaolin Temple, where he is said to have taught a new form of Buddhism that emphasized the practice of meditation and the attainment of enlightenment through direct experience. Bodhidharma's teachings were deeply rooted in the concept of emptiness, sunyata, which teaches that all things are ultimately empty of inherent existence. He emphasized the importance of meditation as a means of achieving insight into the true nature of reality and breaking free from the cycle of suffering. Bodhidharma's teachings had a profound influence on the development of Zen Buddhism in China and later in Japan. He is considered one of the great patriarchs of Zen and is revered as a legendary figure in Buddhist history. Dogen Zenji, 1200 to 1253, was a Japanese Zen master and the founder of the Soto school of Zen Buddhism. He is considered one of the greatest Zen masters in Japanese history, known for his profound insights into the nature of reality and his emphasis on the practice of zazen, sitting meditation. Dogen was born into a noble family in Kyoto, Japan, and showed an early interest in Buddhist teachings. He began his formal training as a monk at the age of 13, and later traveled to China to study under the great Chan master, Rujing. It was during his time in China that Dogen first encountered the practice of zazen and was deeply moved by its transformative power. Upon returning to Japan, Dogen founded the Eiheiji Monastery in Fukui Prefecture, which became the center of the Soto school of Zen Buddhism. He devoted the rest of his life to teaching and writing about the practice of zazen and the nature of reality. Dogen's teachings emphasize the importance of direct experience and the practice of zazen as a means of attaining enlightenment. He believed that true understanding could not be attained through intellectual study or theoretical speculation, but only through the direct experience of reality in the present moment. One of Dogen's most famous teachings is the concept of non-duality, which refers to the idea that all things are fundamentally interconnected and interdependent. He believed that the illusion of separateness between self and other is the root of all suffering, and that through the practice of zazen, one could come to realize the fundamental unity of all things. Dogen's writings have had a profound influence on the development of Zen Buddhism in Japan and around the world. His emphasis on the practice of zazen as a means of attaining enlightenment and his insights into the nature of reality continue to inspire Zen practitioners today. Hikuin Ikaku, 1686 to 1769. Hikuin Ikaku was a Japanese Zen master who revitalized the Rinzai school of Zen Buddhism during the Edo period in Japan. He is known for his powerful teaching style, which emphasized the use of koans, riddles or paradoxes, to help students break through their conceptual thinking and attain direct insight into the nature of reality. Hikuin was born into a family of samurai in Hara, Japan, and began his Zen training at the age of 15. He initially trained under several different teachers, but felt unsatisfied with his progress and eventually embarked on a period of intense solitary practice. After several years of solitary practice, Hikuin had a profound awakening experience and felt called to share his insights with others. He began teaching in various temples throughout Japan and quickly gained a reputation for his dynamic teaching style and his emphasis on the use of koans. Hikuin is perhaps best known for his teaching on the Great Doubt, which refers to the intense questioning and uncertainty that arises when one begins to seriously question the nature of reality. He believed that this state of doubt was a necessary precursor to true insight and that it could be cultivated through the use of koans and other forms of Zen practice. He believed that the practice of Zen was not just about attaining personal enlightenment, but about using that enlightenment to benefit others and alleviate the suffering of the world. Hikuin's teachings had a profound influence on the development of Zen Buddhism in Japan and around the world. He is also known for his contributions to Zen art, including calligraphy and painting, which are highly valued for their simplicity and directness. In conclusion, the Zen practices of Bodhidharma, Dogen, and Hikuin Ikaku continue to inspire and influence practitioners today. Their teachings and methods offer a profound understanding of the nature of reality and the human mind, as well as practical guidance on how to live a meaningful and compassionate life. Bodhidharma's emphasis on seated meditation and direct transmission, Dogen's emphasis on zazen and non-dualism, and Hikuin's emphasis on koans and intense introspection, all point to the same essential truth, the realization of our own Buddha nature and the cessation of suffering. Their teachings remind us that Zen is not just a philosophy or a set of techniques, but a way of life that involves rigorous training, deep insight, and profound compassion. By following in their footsteps and embodying their wisdom, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world, and contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious society.